What's up, Screen Fiend moviegoers? Let's talk about it. The Boogeyman. Boogie Woogie. Boogie Woogie Man. Oh, oh, oh. Boogie Woogie Man. The Boogie Woogie Man, baby. Boogie Woogie. Boogie Woogie Woogie. The Boogeyman, baby. So anyway, the Boogeyman came out terrifying as hell when it started off. Man, it was creepy as hell. I said, man, that was the creepiest opening for a movie. I ain't seen nothing like that since The Quiet Place. But this thing was creepy from the jump. And I said, oh yeah, this is going to be a real creepy movie. And boy, if you got bad anxiety, do not watch this movie. Because you going to jump through the ceiling if you got anxiety. Now, here's what throws me for a loop. You know, I'm somebody who loves a good scare and jump scares. And boy, this movie had a lot of them. You're going to get some jump scares in. And some creepy sounds and everything else. But you start to see how things operate and how people move and gravitate towards one another. And the Boogeyman, is he real? Is he part of your imagination? And you start off with a family who's grieving the sudden loss of a mother who was looking after her children, and she was in a car accident, lost her life. She has a teenage daughter and a young daughter who's probably in grammar school, and they're grief-stricken. The teenage daughter's taking it pretty hard, more than the youngest daughter, and the dad is refusing to face the pain of what's going on. He's a shrink, and he's still working out of his home, but he refuses to, get himself some help. And he doesn't talk or communicate to his daughters or anything else about any pain. Doesn't really communicate, don't really share. So already this cliche I've seen in a million horror movies, period. Same setup. So this is not unusual territory for me. I mean, it's a good date night. Date gonna be like, please protect me. And I'll be like, good night. Get your car and go home. I'm just thinking, because I don't want to spoil the movie for you. The director did a great job of using color schemes to try to scare you with the lights. So this is a movie was a director's dream. Now they took the original Boogeyman and changed some things about the Boogeyman. Now the original Boogeyman didn't have all this discord. It was a guy in a mask walking around, but they changed all that. Now this Boogeyman is something that sleeps in the closet, creeps into your life. And this one guy comes in, starts talking about how this boogeyman took his children, and he never believed the kids, till one by one his children started to go away, and it stayed attached to them, and they would hear the kids' voices through the house, and this, whatever it is, would stay attached to them. So while it stayed attached, this entity has found a new family. Oh, this family got pain. He can make a home here. So now he can start building. He can start his nesting. And boy, did he start his infestation on that house. Well, yeah, they show the creature. It kind of reminds me a lot of Smile. You know, when Smile came out, and how creepy that was with jump scares and everything. It really builds up on tension. So a lot of tension and jump scares, eerie music, sounds, and settings. But there's a scene where there's a death in the house. Now, the little girl who's in grammar school, she sleeps in a room by herself down the hall from the father and across from the sister. She's got this big globe with the light that you see in the trailer. Now, she's got this globe in the room. Somebody dies in the house. Not saying who, but somebody dies there in the house. Right after their mom just died, somebody dies in the house. And they still sleeping in the house. And then he got her, the daughter, sleeping in the bed by herself again and gave her a globe light. And I'm like, are you serious? Who does this? Like, really, who does this? But nobody notices a thing. Well, if you look at the scope of it all, you'll see that this film has a familiar pattern with a lot of films that came before it. But it was very well executed with direction, acting, just like it's just unrealistic. All of these situations would be there. That's what's driving my insanity. I'm like, this should be the most neglect. Those kids should be in DCFS. That's why I'm losing my mind. Like, these kids should be in DCFS. They should not be around. From watching horror movies, I knew when some of the jump scares were coming. You just know from watching all these movies. Yeah, well, it is what it isn't. I give it 3 stars out of 4. I thought it was entertaining. The ending is pretty much comic book. You know, like you've seen it before. Just didn't make any sense to me, but it's a movie, and you never know, it could be Boogeyman 2. There's a lot of horror movies coming out. Let that sink in. There's a lot of horror movies coming out. No, it's just that the way they got it now with these horror movies, they're gonna be popping out like baby teeth. I don't know why, but they just all dropping one by one. I guess they know guys like was high school or college, because there's a lot of high school kids in there, man. Spider-Man that took over everything. I think I'll put my Spideyverse video up. I'm gonna actually do a video telling people, hey, just join the membership and all this. Gotta do one of those and set that up. So. Oh, for a low budget, yeah, they're gonna make a lot of money. Spideyverse is killing everything. The movies is back in a big way. Like every week, it's gonna be another blockbuster movie coming out. Yeah, everybody gonna be broke this summer. Every week, it's another movie. It's like you can't keep up now. All summer, every week is another blockbuster. They had Little Mermaid come out the last week. Before that, it was Fast X. Right? Then it was Guardians of the Galaxy. So they are dropping movies after movies after movies. So now Guardians just dropped. Fast X just came out. So now, with all these movies dropping, what's next on the menu? Flash is gonna blow everything away. Flash is gonna do about 200 million in the first weekend. I said weekend, because this is exactly what they want. It's colorful. It's a lot of action. You got Batman. You got the Flash. You got Supergirl. You got big. This is like the most splash DC has. See, Batman is their anti-hero, but he's their biggest earner. So when your biggest earner isn't like pulling it in like he used to, you know, this is normally the narrative. Like, oh, my big earner ain't bringing it in no more. So now they got to get back to colorful, powerful. Yeah, Fast X is gonna make that kind of money because it's international, and it has all the elements in it. It's got Brazil. It's gonna crush internationally. That's why they keep making these movies. Now, right, you got Transformers coming. You have every week another movie. Like, I think we got a special viewing. I think I got a pass for that to go see Transformers. So I know, man. It's difficult. We all trying to like make our way in a figure eight. That's how that's how it seems. Like we all trying to make our way through a figure eight and make it all work. Yes, definitely did a great job with the Boogeyman, the remake. Yeah, I just, it's for the movie. You got to realize it's a movie. Nobody screams, nobody called daddy or nothing, and all of these things going on. I'm like, this little girl, she's the toughest little girl I know. She's that scared that she hasn't even called for her father or nothing, but she's afraid of the dark. It's like, why is she afraid of the dark to the point where, it's just so many things happening in it. But definitely a must see. Yeah, it's been a lot of good movies. Like, I did a movie review for Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse. I even saw the Lion King remake. Saw them turn the doggone boat. I've seen a lot of movies lately, and that's normally unusual. It's not unusual for me. That used to be my old MO before they, did everything with closing the movie theaters down and opening them back up. But now that I gotten so busy, I had no time to just take 2 hours to go check out a movie. But today I was able to maintain and create some space for myself. So that helped. It helped tremendously. Absolutely. Just don't shoot me. Oh, damn it. Is that Spider-Man? That Miles Morales head rolling around back there? Yeah. A lot of people walk a certain way, like they have a certain path they take, but it's like they don't take the time to enjoy it or live it and enjoy the things around them. So that's why I get outside, to enjoy certain things. Tomorrow's not promised, buddy. It's not promised. Now today, I did a lot of videos for y'all. Patreon, Screen Fiend, One Crack News, Carcino for Life. Did a lot within this 24 hours. Very proud of myself today. But now I must leave you. So I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.